Fernando Mena-Carrasco, who is an alum who I think's really started giving back the day he arrived with us at that time in our bachelor's program. Fernando is a champion of diversity and inclusion, both here at the School of Nursing and for the Latino community, and has taught me many things. He's currently helping us implement programs that strengthen the school's global ties through the Center for Global Initiatives. We have a WHO collaborating center as part of PAHO, so Fernando helps translate many of the materials into Spanish that we disseminate to people in that region. He's been a driving force behind the Johns Hopkins Qualified Bilingual Staff Program that breaks down barriers between patients with limited English proficiency and Hopkins providers. Please welcome Fernando to the podium.
Sing in private school.
Me too.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Fernando Mena-Carrasco, and I work in the field of HIV and substance use disorder treatment. And I am a nurse. And you know, about 7 years ago, becoming a nurse it seemed like the most unattainable goal in life. It was certainly expensive to take prerequisites, to buy the books and the equipment, and to have to move wherever I had to move to take the spot I got, among other reasons. But I pushed through all those concerns and slowly started taking the courses while working full-time to pay for these courses. I was living in Boston and at the time, and I was really great at being broke. So I applied for nursing school programs, and a few months later, I started hearing back from the various programs in Boston, New York, Baltimore, and that is when I realized I seriously could not afford it. I know it's late to realize that, but gosh, I was determined to do it. And having financial aid was the only thing that stopped me from accepting an offer and enrolling in a nursing program. So I started applying for scholarships and contacted the admin office at each school. Johns Hopkins, as my REACH school, was the first to respond to my appeal for tuition funding. To this day, I remember when I received the email from Nadine Marks. At that time, she was the director of admissions. Dear Fernando, I have good news to share with you. Your appeal has been reviewed, and you will be awarded a merit scholarship for 50% of your tuition. And my husband, Sergio, and I, of course, celebrated for a bit and then planned for a financial situation for the next few months to be able to cover the other 50%. And we moved to Baltimore, then took out a little student loan, and got part-time jobs, and faithfully paid our $600 a month, but that we split $300 and $300, because he's a supportive husband, to cover the rest of the balance. So it was not easy, and but without the financial aid made available by generous donors, it would have been impossible. So it was not easy, but it was impossible before that. And I would not be the nurse that I am today, one that competently and passionately helps his patients attain and sustain health every day. And that is something that I learned from Mr. Conway, who was primary funder for my scholarship, was that you need not only be passionate, but also competent. And that is something that I obtained from this program. So thank you all for making our dreams possible.
Thank you.